Welcome back. We're live from Los Angeles, California, in the desert. It's approximately 8:03 p.m. on a Saturday. Welcome back. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It was a really good.
Like the pod. This and subscribe to it.
Share, subscribe. If you haven't watched the show before. Yeah, but if you haven't watched the show before and you're like, I don't want to subscribe because I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this show, subscribe with your work account. That makes our subscribers go up. We feel better about ourselves. Yeah. But you might actually like it, so listen to like 45 more seconds and then subscribe with your real YouTube account.
If you don't commit at least 45 seconds to this, I can't. If you say you don't like it, I can't trust you, you know? And I know I'm a biased source here, but...
Dude, if I would have seen guys like us on YouTube, just some random podcast, I would have been gone. I would have been gone before the intro.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I know.
With your Charlottesville haircut and my, dog fight.
That's the
dog
thing.
Dog betting at the dog track.
We're usually... Wait, I stepped on your joke.
It's okay, I was making a casual dog fighting joke. I was doing a self-burn there. Let me ask you this, buddy. I'm going to ask you this right now. Are you going to be one of these fools who's going to a fake-ass weird restaurant, come 2 weeks? Are you going to be one of these clowns? Everybody's out there talking about, restaurants opening back up. I saw, Ohio. Oh, restaurants opening back up, May 21st. Are you going to be one of these fools? How do you feel about this?
Wait, the frontliners?
Yeah.
Dude, I
Don't do it.
I might be.
Don't do it.
I've been talking. Okay, we need to talk about this. People, at least around where I'm at, the people are growing very restless, dude.
It's over,
and
dude. It's over.
It's either over or people just don't care. People you could run the news again and say.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you could run the news again saying, "Hey guys, the hospitals are filling up with dead bodies. There's trucks of dead bodies." People would be like, "I don't care. I'll figure it out." I'm trying
the beaches are open.
Yeah,
it's all good. No, it's over, dude.
It's over.
Now, I want to clarify this.
That's not good.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
Literally nothing has changed. Like I was telling you, I'm not one of these people. I'm not trying to puss out and stay inside forever. But what the fuck has changed? What's changed? There's no vaccine. It's not even the people were like, well, the numbers are slowing. I'm like, yeah, we stayed inside. Of course they slowed down. But here's the thing. You're right. No, dude. Even here in LA, one of the more progressive places, 50% of people, it's down to 50-50, I'd say, masks. We talked about this last week. We're at 50-50 masks.
Buddy, I think it's 60-40 no mask.
It's 50-50 out where I'm at.
All right. Yeah, dude.
Every neighborhood's different.
Got it.
People don't give a fuck. The masks are off. Everybody's out doing their thing. Here's the thing. I think what happened is a general... I think the powers that be, the higher ups in business, government, they were like, listen, these people aren't going to do this shit. It's over. I think they threw in the towel. I think this is the white flag. I think this is you know what? We weren't going to do it. America has more cases by far than any other nation in the world. We're going to get to this point where we have half of the COVID cases in the world, just in America. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a testament to... all the things that make us great and give us things like Die Hard and the westward expansion. Turned out they come back to haunt us. This individual freedom, this ideology that I shall not be forced into my home.
Are you against it? Are you against this? You seem very your energy right now is disappointment and frustration.
I would agree with that. It's certainly I'm certainly disappointed and frustrated and again, here's the thing. Here's the annoying thing is that there are two camps right now. You're either one of these people who's I'm going out, I'm open carrying at the mall. Nobody's stopping me. This is my goddamn country. Right, yeah. Or you're I'm never going outside because I'm afraid to experience the world anymore. I don't want to have contact or confrontation. It's people who hate confrontation. That's what it is. Dude,
how many people do you think are going to develop agoraphobia from this?
Dude, a ton. We talked about this. There's going to be this thing where people are afraid to, they won't do it. And I don't know. It's one of those things that, you either are, willing. I think it's purely, maybe this is broad strokes. This is purely, do you give a fuck about the rest of society or not? I think that's purely it's an individual decision. And it's people saying, I don't give a fuck about anything else. Like, I don't want my life to be affected anymore.
Well, I have a rebuttal. All right, I have a rebuttal to this, because the way I see it is, you have the two sides where some people, their livelihood is affected, so they can't work. You know what I mean? They don't got their jobs. So they're saying, so imagine two people, imagine it this way. There's one guy who's like, I haven't worked in 2 months. I have no money. I got to get back to work. And then there's another guy saying like, no, you stay home and don't eat and stay poor, because my grandma is 91 years old and I want her to live. I haven't talked to her
in 6 years, but she's going to die.
Yeah.
I borrow money from her constantly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's people that like don't want their family members to die. And then there's the people that don't want their family members to starve. So
yeah, I get that. But also, well, what you do is like, here's what I mean. Let me elaborate on this. If you
President Zach, what do we do, man? This is executive order.
There will never be a president. There will never be a president, Zach. It will be
Zachary?
Zach. Or no, it'll be supreme leader. There will be no democracy if I get to the top. I'll tell you that much right now.
All right. Yeah.
These people are not allowed to make their own decisions. I think we've proven that. My point is this. Yeah. My point is this. Go to work. Like, you got to go to work. You got to earn a living. But these clowns, dude, the people who are going to the restaurants the day they open on May 21st, again, infantry. Like, you did your job. You did the job we asked you. You couldn't be bothered. You couldn't just, May 21st, some of these places opening up dining. You couldn't say, who wants that? Dude, this is the thing I don't understand. First of all, if this whole myth that like restaurants can reopen, it's complete bullshit. Like, running a restaurant is a razor thin margins, even if you're operating at full capacity. They're being set up to fail. This is being set up so that chain restaurants run the show and actual small businesses go under, because who gives a fuck, right? What's going on is, first of all, it's going to open. Here's your dining experience. These people love brunch so much that they're willing to go out to some weird restaurant 6 feet apart from everyone, wearing a mask. A waiter comes up to your table in a Biohazard suit, wraps a shower curtain around your table. Also, you can get banana pancakes with your coworkers. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's some truth in the middle. Maybe it's not like, oh, we're complete lockdown at home, and maybe it's not banana pancakes around a shower curtain. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I think here's my rebuttal.
You go out to eat, to relax, to have a dining experience, to have someone serve you. That's the whole point of it, is that you, for once, don't have to make your shit.
Well, buddy,
you go somewhere else so someone serves you.
Okay.
Why are you gonna go to this fucking restaurant in this weird ass Biohazard scenario?
Nobody
Who wants that.
Nobody. Okay,
I think it's gonna happen. I think people are gonna pack them up.
All right, you show up to the Surly Goat. All right, nobody's gonna be wearing a hazmat suit. Okay, no, there aren't gonna be any shower curtains. All right,
there are though, dude. This is happening. This is very real.
Are you serious?
Yes, this is very real. There are restaurants, and Grant, not everyone, but there are a lot of restaurants in office spaces across America that are investing in like plastic dividers for shit.
That's not going to be the norm. That's not going to be the norm. It's just not. I
think you might be surprised.
You read some Snopes articles, dude, that gave you all this apocalyptic shit, dude. What are you talking about? No one's going to have shower curtains around and wearing like scuba masks, man. This is bullshit.
I'm telling you, this is already happening.
No,
Look it up. Snopes it, dude.
It's not. Yeah, okay.
Snopes me.
All right, dude.
Snopes me, bitch. I'm confident.
Hey, man.
I'm ready.
If there is a on the 16th or whatever, if there is a restaurant in LA that's doing shower curtain seating, I'm in. I'll eat by myself, dude. I want to have that experience. I want to tell my grandchildren, like, I went to a restaurant after the Great I guess we're just gonna call this coronavirus, and I sat by myself at a white tablecloth steakhouse and had my first proper prime rib, wearing lifting my mask to eat my my asparagus.
Hey, Grandpa, your little grandkids, Chase and Shemily, whatever their names are.
Yeah.
Xander.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Grandpa Joe, what was the, what was COVID-19 out like? What was the coronavirus outbreak? You're like, well, it was real tough. Had to eat truffle pasta through my face mask. It was fucked up. You know, I was alone.
But then I'm going to say, and then 2 weeks later, no one gave a shit, and I went back to the same restaurant and had a really good time.
Poor waiter had to scrub off his his fingertips and make sure there were no germs. So, but you know, there were onions on my burger, so I didn't tip him. But either way, you know, restaurants were open, and I was
burger was good, onions and all.
Good. I'm not buying it. I think it's bullshit. I'm not saying shut it all down. I'm not saying stay inside forever, but this is stupid. If you think that there's not going to be... Here's the thing, dude. There's going to be a second wave. This is going to all repeat itself.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. And it's not anyone's fault. It's not like... I don't blame people. You got to go out. You got to earn a living. I get that. But, like, it's going to keep happening. Like, it's just going to be this thing. It's not going to be, like, this whole, like, how hyped we are on this now. People are going to be jaded to it. Like, we're already jaded to it. So it's just going to be this thing over the next, like, year and a half. You watch the news and they're like, Houston had a real bad outbreak this weekend. Or, like, you know, St. Pete, Florida, they're dealing with it real bad right now. People will just be little all over the country.
People are just, I know you don't like it. And I don't like it either. But, like, I was going to bring this up on the podcast. Here's what I think happened, dude. All right? I think they had a bunch of economists in the room during the meeting to say, we got to figure this shit out. And I think the economists said, hey, if we go any further into this with locking people down, it's going to affect the world economy so much that it will drastically change the lifestyle of everyone, literally everyone in the world. And I think whether people admit to it or not, whether they know it or not, I don't think they're ready, dude. I don't think they're ready for, like, blackouts and shit. So I think they're hey, you know what?
We're going to lose.
Because I think what's going to happen is we're going to, I agree with you. I think we're going to end up having the exact same result we would have had we never done anything at all. It's going to play out the exact same way. We're going to have a little more infrastructure to take care of the problem, but it's going to play out the exact same way it did because we're at the point now where it's like, we don't even have a vaccine. And if we did have a vaccine, we'd have to hold up for 2 years. So now it's like, okay, well, we're fucked. There's nothing we can do to make sure that we all don't die. So let's just roll the fucking dice, dude. And I get it. I don't know what else you're supposed to do.
Dude, I saw Mike DeWine, governor of Ohio. He tweeted the other day. He's straight up like, this is a gamble. Like, we're trying this out. I'm like, dude, how stupid are people? Like, we're literally, if you live in Ohio, you're literally being told to your face that you're a poker chip. To your face, they're being like, hey, we're playing with fire here, but we got to do something.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, I get that, like, the economy can't restart, but, like, it's bullshit to think that they can't ease this. Like, the government can pay for this 10 times over but you can't, like, stop. The tricky thing is, like, things like manufacturing and food production. Like, these giant meat plants are getting ravaged by coronavirus outbreaks. They can't make meat. Then all of a sudden, the supply chain for food gets fucked up. Like, there's like, it's just no win. It's just no
exactly.
Win.
I think it's a rock and a hard place. And I feel like we're at the point now where it's like, where we've decided we just gotta, we're gonna get thinned out. Right. And that's the way.
I know. Okay. But no, that's also a fucked up way of thinking because some people have, like, loved ones who are immunocompromised. My sister's immunocompromised.
Right.
And so, like, I now have to, like, she has to risk her fucking life because the people of, St. Pete, Florida couldn't be bothered to stay away from an O'Charlie's for, another month until, like, hopefully more testing gets rolled out, more... Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Yeah,
it's a personal responsibility thing. And the people who are like, there's generally a huge group of people who are like, I'm not wearing masks. Like, the people in Ohio were like, Mike DeWine, I think, who's like, people think it's offensive. They were offended that they have to wear the mask. I'm like, dude, that's... You know what offends me? Is losing a family member because fucking Tina... had to go to Panera Bread.
Right.
She just had to go get a broccoli cheddar bread bowl.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the Panera Bread patrons aren't who we're doing this for. You know what I mean? Even though it kind of feels that way because the Panera Bread people are like, I'm trying to get a bread bowl, So they're pissed and they want their bread bowl. It's not like the politicians are looking at them being like, hey guys, these people, they really fucking want their bread bowls,
Guys, we're gonna get these bread bowls back out. Go on.
Yeah, so it's it's not that. It's Tina and her bread bowl are not what's making this happen, I know.
I think they are in a weird way.
I don't think they are, dude. I don't think anyone gives a...
I think that governors of very conservative states want to get reelected, and so they're just leaning in and they're like, these people don't want it.
Oh, dude,
it's not real to them.
Dude, anyone that's been to a Panera Bread within the last month isn't voting in November. Well, no, 3 months.
I'd like to be that. That's an optimistic take.
Three months.
That's an optimistic take.
Panera Bread is out of business,
I would actually go as far to say I think the Panera Bread people are the only people voting. I think you got to twist.
Who knows? Who fucking votes? I have no idea, dude.
People going to Panera Bread, bro. That's what we figured out. That's how the whole thing, dude. Bernie Sanders didn't get a nomination because any person who's under the age of 40 doesn't give a shit. Who's left? Dude, the Panera Bread bitches, dude.
That's who it is. Yeah. That would be okay. You know what would be, you know how we could really pop on YouTube? Is if we went into a Panera Bread and we did a little prediction. It's like, we're going to go to this Panera Bread. We're going to do a little man on the street thing. We're going to predict how many people in here, we're going to ask them if they affiliate left or right, like which side they lean on. That would be super. Or do you think we should ask, do you affiliate left or right? Or do you think we should ask, like, do you vote?
I think that's it. I think you just say, hey, did you vote? And I think most of them, where's the Panera Bread though, dude? Is this Panera Bread on the campus of, Syracuse University, or is it in Oshkosh, Wisconsin?
Santa Monica Boulevard. Santa Monica Boulevard in Santa Monica.
Yeah, they'll all be like, yeah, we didn't vote.
Yeah,
they're like, why the fuck are you? I came here for a cinnamon raisin bagel. Why are you asking me about the country right now? This is bullshit.
Yeah. All right, we gotta move on from this. We gotta get off COVID talk.
So
do you have more? Do you have more to?
I think if you go to a restaurant,
we gotta keep it light,
open.
Dude.
If your barometer for your own personal safety is whether or not you can dine in at a Penn Station, you don't get a ventilator. I think that's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe I'm crazy.
You can waive your right.
If you're like,
there should be waive your right to ventilators. Yeah.
That's the answer, right fucking there. That is the answer. If you find yourself at a Wendy's in person or a Penn Station, they should have a thing, hey, a government official stands out front and they're like, hey, just if you go into this Penn Station right now, we cannot provide you medical support. It's over. Like it's like joining the NFL. It's like signing like a player's agreement that you can't sue the NFL for CTE 20 years down the line.
Yeah.
Same thing. I think that's the solution, bud.
Dude, but here's the thing though. Like we live in it's the same rate. Okay, I don't want to like go too deep into like
we live in a society.
I don't want to go into too deep into like.
You sound like a real guy who loves the movie Joker right now. This is what's.
No. I mean, this is a positive thing. It's like we don't live in a society with private fire insurance. Okay, so if you have a fire, a police department, the fire department will come and they will put out that fire because we don't live in a society where you have to wear a police. You call the fire department and they say, "What's your fire insurance provider?" And if they say, oh, we don't have fire insurance, they'll just be like, well, your place is just get a bucket, dude, because that place is just fucking burning. So in the same way, we're not gonna look at someone on their deathbed and say, hey, that Asian chicken salad is why you don't have a ventilator. Yeah. We have ventilators. We have plenty of them ready and available, but we have to let you die because you wanted your Asian chicken salad.
A 32-year-old man is sitting on a hospital bed in a tent outside of a hospital. His heartbeat's going lower. His air's like falling out of lungs. Yeah. They call the family there to his bedside and they're like, hey, just want to let you guys know. He did go get a McRib yesterday. And I don't want to say that's how it happened, but you might want to say your final words,
Yeah. No,
and you're wrong, by the way. I think that's also America's kind of known for this. If you're on your deathbed and they're like, oh, well, you don't have insurance, so if you got some pliers, I'm sure the tumor can come out. We can show you where it is.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
I'm for it, though. I'm for, like, kind of giving people freedom of choice,
Yeah, but then someone's freedom of choice is affecting someone else's freedom of choice. That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
That's why this is so complicated.
But it gives them the ability to be at least like, okay. It gives people the ability to be like, okay, well, you know what? We need to get this thing going again. Let's let the infantry out. If you're afraid and you don't want this spread, make sure you stay locked up. Let these people out. They're foregoing their right to, a ventilator. But this is what we have to do. You know what I mean?
I think you raise a good point. I think this is one of those things that, like, if you're one of these people who's afraid to go out and you don't want to get infected, like, you got to hold to it. Like, if you really believe that, and if you were one of these people who was on Instagram shaming everyone for taking a walk, 3 weeks ago, then you got to stay the fuck in. You got to stay in. You can't go to the beach. You got to stick to your word. If you were out there shaming everyone saying you can't go out.
Both sides, baby.
Dude, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going like inside a grocery store like anytime soon. I'm still getting that shit delivered. I'm not. The only thing that matters, dude, is sports, concerts, and like gatherings, like music festivals, shit like that. Like that's the big thing. Is that's just not. What am I missing out on, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eating in a restaurant. I don't want to eat in a restaurant if I gotta, get my, shrimp scampi through a biohazard suit.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Call me crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. You could be right. I couldn't imagine, everyone setting up tables, but
it's going to be so weird and stressful. It's going to imagine going to sit down. You're going to be so on edge the entire time. It's not even worth it. And you're like, why did I pay 3 times the amount that I could have made this amazing meal for? Why did I pay 3 times that so I can go feel weird next to a bunch of fucking idiots? Who are pissed that the gym is still closed. Like, come on, dude. Like,
but I honestly, I kind of want to just go out and have a bad experience at a restaurant. Like, I miss kind of being like mildly upset when someone when it's a whole thing about splitting the check. Like, I want to get out and I want to want a little rage buzz, dude.
Listen, I want to yell at a waiter as much as you do. I want to get pissed at somebody for not, allowing me to put all my beers on my tab. I want to be pissed about that.
Right.
But I think it's too soon. I
want to make them redo the bill because I got overcharged $2 because I got the wrong IPA.
Yeah. I want to send back fajitas because they put onions in them.
Dude. I want to send back fajitas because they weren't sizzling that loud when they arrived at my table.
Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something?
Let me tell you about fajitas, dude. Mm-hmm. One time, I, as a general rule of thumb, I stopped getting fajitas after I had an incident, a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So this is kind of a long story. I'm not going to go into all the details because it's, a little bit personal. But I was going to a funeral for like a kid that didn't get born. Kind of thing. Real fucked up scenario. Here.
All right. I'm rolling with it.
People who think this is weird, just roll with me. It was one of those things, like it was weird funeral thing for like a family member. Baby didn't get born. That's very sad. Hate that. Anyway, after the funeral, as you do, if you don't like most of your extended family, you go out with your close family. Your mom, dad, brother, sister, stuff like that. And let me just say this. We go to this funeral. It's a Buddhist ceremony with a Baptist church leading the service.
You got family? Family that's Buddhist?
I know this is a shitty thing to do. I can't give all the details on the off chance that someone would listen to this.
Sure.
Let's just say it was a
weird situation. Let's go.
It was a weird situation.
Let's get to fajitas.
I get done with this funeral. So me and my family go out and we're going to get Mexican food at this Mexican place down the street. This is Strip Mall Mexican, by the way, in Fairfield, Ohio. Strip Mall Mexican, just so everyone can kind of have a visual cue. I go there, I order the fajitas because I like fajitas. That's what I like. I don't want a basic ass taco. I don't want a burrito. Dude, if you go to a Mexican restaurant and you're getting just like basic bland tacos, unless you're at like a legit taco place, screw you. Get a burrito, get fajitas. You know what I'm saying? So I get these fajitas. I'm in a full suit with my family. I order these fajitas. The guy comes out, and they're sizzling so hard. It sets off the fire alarm and starts smoke going everywhere. Dude. And then they deliver. That's
what I'm talking about, dude.
They drop the fajitas in front of me, and the alarm is going off. So everyone's staring at me getting these fajitas as the fire alarm's beeping constantly. And I just left a funeral for
time out. Is the waiter just completely ignoring the fire alarms and just like,
No, he was like, oh, don't worry, man. It happens
Garcon.
all the time. He was like, it happens all the time. Don't worry, man. So like, so I'm like standing there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm getting these fajitas. Everyone's pissed off. It's smoking. It's so I can't even hear the people I'm sitting next to. That's how hard this thing is sizzling. The smoke alarm's just going off. I'm post funeral trying to eat my awkwardness away with my family with these fajitas.
Yeah.
And the smoke alarm, they're like, oh, this happens all the time. Every time someone gets fajitas, it'll set off. They spend
it's a celebration.
They spend no less than 5 to 7 minutes trying to turn off this smoke alarm. A lot of people leave. People are awkward. People are staring at me, and I'm just sitting there eating my fajitas because I'm like, I don't know what to tell you people. I didn't request that they come out on a cast iron skillet burning up the place. You can put it on a plate. I don't need who needs the skillet is what I'm saying.
Well, also it's weird. It's weird that they're like, this happens every time. This happens all the time. And it's like, dude, if people are like, I would imagine at a Mexican restaurant, 4 out of like 13 meals that people order are like sizzling fajitas.
It's like one of the 3 things that you get. But ever since then, I've decided that like I hate social interaction so much, and I have so much social anxiety. I can't get fajitas. It's too much risk. It's too much fanfare.
Oh, I love it, dude. I want to be seen, dude.
You want to make a
I don't even really like fajitas, but I want people to know that I'm in here, you know?
Yeah. No, that's fair. If you want to make a statement, it's like Boost. It's like back in the day when you had a Boost Mobile, and you had like the chirp.
Oh, dude,
it's just like, and you're like, I'm here, motherfucker.
Push to talk, dude.
Ta-da.
Dude, that was interesting. That was like, what? Were you just like walkie-talkie with a buddy? Like, could you only be talking to one person?
Yeah, we had Nextel for a little bit. God, is that a throwback? My family had Nextel for a little bit, which Nextel and Boost Mobile were the same thing.
Okay.
They were well, if you remember correctly, Nextel, Boost Mobile, that was like their selling point, is that we have it was straight up a walkie-talkie function. But here's the thing, my dad got Nextel because my dad's an electrician, and he he owns his own little small electrical contracting company. So he got it to be able to communicate with like his employees. They would all basically use it as like walkie-talkies on job sites. But the thing was, I was on that plan too, so I'd have that phone and I'd be in school sometimes, and I forget to turn my phone off, and then out of nowhere, like in class, you would hear it beep, and there'd be like, or like, yeah, can you get more GSS wire over to the south end of the house? And then just talking to me like, we ain't got no fucking GHS wire, man. We're all out of circuit switching. I'm like, dude, and I'm like running to my backpack because my dad is fucking screaming obscenities trying to get copper wire on a job site. And
it's all on the same line.
I don't know if it was or not. This is just my scenario. It was just
it could have. Hey, man, it could have been like, hey, he's like, your sister's pregnant, Zach. I don't know what we're gonna do. Could you imagine that? It's like, yeah, I mean, we're pretty Catholic, so I feel like we got to figure it out. I think this is just.
I love the idea of this series of a conversation happening on the Boost Mobile chirp, like the walkie-talkie functionality. It's like I'm just sitting in chemistry class in 8th grade, and out of nowhere they're like, Lisa, I don't think she should keep it. She's 17. She's 17. She's got her whole life. We're Catholic. I know, but come on, Lisa, it's her life.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like,
you don't even struggle to turn it off. You're like, you know what? Let's let 8th period Spanish in on my family drama.
Dude, so stupid. I hated that fucking Nextel phone. They were so big. Any phone that had like the walkie-talkie functionality had to be a big ass brick to have those like transmitters and shit in them. It was obnoxious.
They were fucking tight though, dude. I remember just like tight. Push to talk was pretty dope, man.
They should still have that. That would be very useful. That shouldn't. Yeah. How's there not like? Is there a legit like walkie-talkie app that I don't know about?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Is this? Dude, you'd be fucking using data left and right, though. I feel
you think so?
Yeah, we'll talk about this app another time. You wanna get into Earl Thomas real quick?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Give us a recap of the situation.
Okay, so Earl Thomas on April 11th was busted.
For those who don't know, Earl Thomas.
Oh yeah,
NFL,
safety for Like safety. Okay, safety for the Ravens used to be on the Seahawks. Earl Thomas was kind of like renowned as like a really like good guy, you know? And I don't necessarily think he isn't, but this is definitely a weird glimpse into his life. So
by NFL standards, yeah.
Yeah, by NFL standards, he's a saint. He's an angel, you know? Like he's Mother Teresa by NFL standards. Compared to Greg Hardy, he's done nothing wrong. So who's in a fight right now. He's like fighting in UFC right now.
He is right now. I forgot about that.
Greg Hardy, lineman for the Cowboys,
American
long time
hero.
ago. Yeah. All right, doesn't matter. Football fans, non-football fans, listen to me. So he plays for the Ravens, and on April 11th, he kind of got in a fight with his wife. He storms out, and he meets up with his brother. His brother picks him up, all right? So his wife's like, oh, what's going on here? I guess it was about his drinking. Kind of had a drinking problem. Got pissed, left. And he gets picked up by his brother. So his wife goes snooping around, Nina Thomas, and looks on his Snapchat, logs into his Snapchat, seeing that he's DMing other chicks, dude. He's blowing chicks up. Figures out somehow with Snapchat, I don't know how this works, but figures out where he's at. He's at an Airbnb rental place, okay? So she shows up. This is the weird thing. At first it was like he was involved in some sort of sex orgy. But then, truth of the matter is, he was fucking one woman with his brother, Seth Thomas. He was having just three-way, the
with
dirty
blood,
three-way.
You know?
Yeah, so so she gets upset. She had his gun, took his gun, put it to his head, tried to scare him. I guess there was a bullet. There was actually a round in the pistol she didn't know about. She was just trying to scare him. Who knows if that's true. Honestly, it's a pretty outrageous story. But all right, I have two things. Because he announced on his Instagram, before TMZ released the news a couple days ago, he was like, hey, I want to get in front of this. Mistakes were made. But then he says this really funny thing where he's like, I'm out here trying to do the best I can and be the best possible person I can. And I hate this, dude. Because in my head, it's like, bud, the best.
Own up to it.
Like, okay, mistakes happen. Fumbles are mistakes. The person didn't mean to drop the ball. But if you fuck another woman with your brother and you're married, it's not like, hey, when I was fucking that other woman with my brother, I was trying to do the best possible thing with my life.
I was just trying to be the best guy I can.
First of all, shut up, dude.
Let's take this guy's marriage and his relationship out of this. If you fuck a guy with your brother, like together, you're weird.
That's my other point. And that's being, I feel like Dude, that's the weird.
I never get that. Like, I don't. Dude, there's that famous episode of Nathan For You. There's that segment where he talks to this young dude who just has he's like, yeah, me and my brother do it all the time. You just find some chick, we just, turn off the lights. I'm like, why? What is that? What does that stem from? You know what I think that is? I think that's brothers who've witnessed childhood trauma together. And now they find themselves linked permanently. And then they're just like, well, we share.
Whoa.
I think that's whoa. We're picking psychologists, Zach. Why whoa? Why the fuck whoa, dude?
No.
Whoa? That's weird. Dude, if you're out there fucking people with your brother, something happened to you. You witnessed something. Something happened.
I'm only woeing because I didn't think of that, and that I think you nailed it, man.
You think so?
Oh, dude, that's absolutely it, man. That's because I thought it was like
most guys don't even want to do that in general. Like, just think about
I have
just
no
take
interest.
A step back. Most guys, that's the old trope, right? Is every fucking Ryan Reynolds movie from the early 2000s. Can't have a devil's three-way, dude. Can't do that. Like, okay, let's just start there. So then, not only did this guy overcome that hurdle, he's like, you know what? Let's really take things to the next level.
Yes.
And I'll bring my brother.
He could have.
I go to Christmas with.
He could have fucked that woman without his brother.
Yeah, by himself. By himself. But he preferred to have he's just like, I like his form. I just like hanging out with him. He's cool. You're cool. How do you come back from that? How do you go to Thanksgiving that year?
Well, bud, it wasn't the first time.
Hey, pass the cranberry. Hey, I know what every inch of your dick looks like, but can you pass the gravy?
Dude, it's just a different relationship that we don't have with our brothers and we'll never understand, man.
Hey, don't talk too soon, bud. You never know when you're gonna find yourself in an Earl Thomas like situation.
Sometimes you know. Sometimes you might not. Like I feel like I'm pretty confident that for many reasons I'll never find myself in an Earl Thomas type situation.
Oh, damn, dude! I thought you were a progressive guy. My bad.
I'm not.
I thought you were.
That makes me know.
I thought you were a cool dude, man. Here's a quick thought. I got a quick thought for you.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm tired of seeing fucking commercials where someone's saying, "We started this company in the back of a truck outside of an office built." Like, I'm tired of seeing these. I've noticed the desperation of commercials. We're all binge watching shit. We're all watching constant things. I saw this commercial from the Kettle potato chips brand. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, yeah.
They were like, the ad starts like, "We started this company in a borrowed." They were like, "We started this company in a borrowed van. That's how we got to this big..." And it's like a big conglomerate telling you how we're just like you. We started Kraft cheese in the back of my daddy's truck. Shut up. I pisses me off, dude. And I know this is an irrational hatred, but I fucking hate it, dude. Don't try to patronize me and act like you're like me. I hate that shit. We started this in the back of a stolen truck. You guys are losers.
That's the story I want to hear. We started this cheese company in the back of a truck we stole from some immigrants. Wait, what? Like someone that tells you the horror stories of like how their company began.
Petridge Farm Cookies started when I confronted a group of Mexican strawberry farmers and I stole their truck. Because they were not entitled to it, and that's how we started Pepperidge Farm. Remember when things were simple? No, I'm tired of seeing it.
Dude, imagine how much attention that would grab. You'd be like, oh here we go again. Another company started in a truck, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, what? This hate crime? Like our company was started by a hate crime. Pepperidge Farm, Milano cookies.
I'm tired of companies trying to come at me saying they're like me because they want to share the noble origin story of their brand. Like, I don't want to hear that. People who watch Shark Tank, you'll see this a lot. Like the people who are, they'll be like, "Listen, we started this company. I borrowed my dad's money." I'm like, "Hey, loser, get some capital, get some office space, okay?"
Well, like, I don't want to hear that. I hate the weepy. Like, all I want is the American dream. I'm like, because it's funny to me because it's like the American dream was you being dissatisfied with your 9-to-5 job, like we all work, and wanting more. You wanted a bigger house. You wanted a nicer car. So they're like crying, but their tears are just of them being like,
tears.
I want a nicer car than the one I have. I don't like my Civic.
I don't like my Nissan Sentra. I want a Lexus. It's always the same thing. My parents came to America with nothing.
Yes.
Your parents sound like cool people. It sounds like they worked hard, and it sounds
your
like
parents aren't asking for funding. You are
on a TV show asking for startup capital for a fucking company that makes CBD infused beef jerky, okay? Like, they didn't do that.
I'll take my money, dude. I'm in.
They shut the fuck up and they went to a goddamn factory because they just wanted a better life for you. That's how much they cared about you. And your only fucking prerogative is coming on here to tell me about how your fucking beef jerky is gonna save my arthritis? Get real. I'm tired of people exploiting their parents' hard work as their own. That's bullshit. Nice. It's bullshit.
That's it. All right.
That's a hot take. That's good. It's fucking... LeBron will never be better than Kobe. He's never gonna beat Kobe. LeBron...
Oh, fuck you! Kobe's the best! Dak Prescott is the better than... who's the backup? Well, Andy Dalton. Anyway.
Andy Dalton, it will always be a Dallas Cowboy. He's gonna be a Cowboy. He's gonna save the franchise.
All right, man. Let's put a bow on it. I'm still rolling. So, like, share, subscribe. Like we said at the beginning. Anything else?
Subscribe. Who knows how long this episode is? Bear with us. We're doing our best. Okay?
This was good. We got 16 minutes on this. Yeah.
If my neighbors can hear me, and they can, but they don't know what I'm saying because they're all Chechnyan. They must think I'm rambling like an insane person. But this is the sacrifices we're making for the pod. We're using good cameras. We ain't sitting here on Zoom, clipping Zoom audio, so you gotta fucking listen like you're on a work call to listen to a podcast. No, we're trying.